Hi, this is Chris from C Sports with a preview of the Eastern Conference first round matchup between the Toronto Maple Leafs and the Columbus Blue Jackets. This postseason series showcases the high-flying Maple Leafs, led by Auston Matthews, John Tavares, Mitch Marner, and William Nylander, against a defensive-minded John Tortorella's Blue Jackets team anchored by Seth Jones and Zach Werenski. Can the Maple Leafs win a playoff series for the first time since 2004 when they defeated the Ottawa Senators in 7 games? Will history repeat itself and find the Columbus Blue Jackets being victorious in the opening round of the postseason for a second year in a row? The Maple Leafs recorded 81 points during the regular season, good for third position in the Atlantic Division and the number 8 seed in the Eastern Conference. The Leafs were not going to catch the Bruins or Lightning, but seemed to be in a good position to fend off any wild card threats. While much has been made about the number of injuries the Blue Jackets had to endure during the season, and rightfully so, the Leafs ranked 8th in most games lost due to player injuries. Marner, Zach Hyman, Morgan Rielly, Jake Muzzin, Ilya Mikheyev, Andreas Johnsson, Travis McDermott, and Cody Ceci all missed at least 10 games during the season. Columbus finished 5th in the Metropolitan Division with 81 points and entered the playoffs as the 9th-ranked team in the East. The injuries were piling up for the Blue Jackets, who in February lost both of their starting goaltenders and top defenseman Seth Jones. They were outside of the playoff position at the pause, but within striking distance. The Blue Jackets get reinforcements for the postseason. Headlining the group of returning players is top defenseman Jones and last year's top goal scorer Cam Atkinson, forward Oliver Bjorkstrand, defenseman Dean Kukan, forward Nathan Gerby, and forward Alexander Texier. Big winger Josh Anderson, however, will be sidelined until at least September. Since the Blue Jackets were one of the teams on the outside looking in, they must feel fortunate for their season to continue. The Leafs are a tough matchup, but Columbus already has a blueprint for slowing down a high-powered offense in the postseason. Offensively, the Leafs had the second most prolific offense in the league, scoring 237 goals, which trailed the Lightning only, who had 243. The Leafs are also third in the league when it came to 5-on-5 scoring with 159 goals, finishing only 3 behind the league-leading Lightning. Make no mistake, the Leafs are a highly skilled team offensively with excellent overall depth at the forward position. When firing on all cylinders, they pose a challenge for even the best defensive teams in the league. Matthews and Tavares give Toronto great depth and skill down center ice. Marner is a creative playmaker who can also contribute on the penalty-killing unit. Zach Hyman, William Nylander, and Ilya Mikheyev round out an impressive top 6. The Leafs also have good depth at their bottom 6. Kyle Clifford and Jason Spezza are well-respected veterans, while Kasperi Kapanen has shown a knack for scoring big goals in recent playoffs. Can the Blue Jackets score enough goals? They averaged the fewest of any team that qualified for the playoffs with 180 goals, which ranked 27th overall. While the Leafs excelled at scoring 5-on-5, the Blue Jackets were 26th. Columbus had only 2 20-goal scorers, and their leading point earner, Pierre-Luc Dubois, had only 49 points. The return of Atkinson and Bjorkstrand, who had 21 goals in only 49 games, bodes well for the Blue Jackets' offense. Columbus is very effective off the forecheck. They have the personnel to push the play out of their own end and onto Toronto's defense, where the Leafs don't want to be. Defensively, the Leafs gave up more goals against off the cycle than any team in the NHL this season. The Blue Jackets must take advantage of this mismatch. Defensively, the Leafs ranked 25th in goals allowed, with 222 or 3.17 per game. Jake Muzzin, Morgan Rielly, Travis McDermott, and Cody Ceci all missed time during the season. A healthy Rielly cannot be overlooked, as he played with a nagging injury for much of the season before shutting things down for a while. He is a tremendous skater and possesses excellent instincts for the game. At times, like Chris Letang, he can act as a 4th forward on the ice. Also able to run a power play effectively. He can log huge minutes in the NHL. Rielly could stand to continue getting better at effectively shutting down the National Hockey League's top scorers with regularity. Greater consistency is needed. Muzzin is a cup winner, and McDermott played his best hockey of the year just before the shutdown. A dark horse could be Tyson Barrie, if he can focus on his game. The Blue Jackets were the fourth best defensive team in the league, allowing 183 goals or only 2.61 goals per game. Seth Jones, Zach Werenski, and the underrated David Savard give the Blue Jackets an excellent top three, which is solid as any other team in the league. When we look at goaltending, it's simple. Frederik Andersen has to provide the Leafs with elite goaltending. If not, don't be surprised if backup Jack Campbell makes an appearance. Andersen is a notoriously slow starter, and under these circumstances, the Buds can't wait for him to round into form. However, given the layoff, Andersen may be well rested and ready to go. He has tremendous size for the goaltending position, as well as loads of natural puck-stopping ability. He has proven capable of putting up great numbers and can make both the routine and the spectacular save. However, the key continues to be consistency. For Columbus, Sergei Bobrovsky's backup, Joonas Korpisalo, and rookie sensation Elvis Merzlikins each stepped in at times to be the #1 goalkeeper in Columbus. And they rank third in the league, allowing just 2.61 goals per game. Coach Tortorella is comfortable with either, but might be leaning toward Merzlikins, who has big game experience as the Latvia starting goaltender in several world championships. Korpisalo started 4 extra games in the regular season, but his understudy had a .926 even strength save percentage, which ranked 10th among all NHL goalies. There is depth in the Columbus net. When we look at special teams, neither team spends much time in the penalty box. The Leafs were the third least penalized team in the league, while the Blue Jackets were second. If that continues to be the trend, one could argue that special teams will have a minimal bearing on the outcome of the series. On the other hand, if either team can take advantage of their occasional power play opportunity, that could be the deciding factor. In terms of power play proficiency, the Leafs had the league's 6th best unit, scoring at a rate of 23.1%. Columbus struggled with the man advantage, ranking 27th at 16.4%. The Blue Jackets were 12th in penalty killing at 81.7%, while the Leafs were 21st at 77.7%. Overall, I give the Leafs a slight advantage in special teams. If they can use their speed and quickness to draw penalties, and their power play can capitalize on these opportunities, then Toronto's chances of winning the series will be greatly enhanced. Let's look at a couple of X factors for both teams. People like to criticize the Leafs for being a soft team that lacks grit and character and can't win the big game. Yes, they have been eliminated in the first round of the playoffs during the last 3 years, but they have lost to the Capitals in 6 games and the Bruins twice in 7 games. Those are 2 battle-tested teams that are legitimate cup contenders year in and year out. In each of those series, the Leafs fought hard and could have won each matchup. At the end of the day, they lost, but it's not because they were completely overmatched, quit, or did not show any grit or character. In this series, the prevailing sentiment seems to be that Columbus is this tough, in-your-face team that are a nightmare for the Leafs. We will see if history repeats itself. For Columbus, it does have a decisive advantage, or would appear so, behind the bench. John Tortorella is an experienced head coach and Stanley Cup winner who devised a game plan to help the Blue Jackets beat the high-flying Lightning last season. This is not to say that Sheldon Keefe is not a good coach or is out of his league. He just does not have the track record at the NHL level, given to the fact that he has only been an NHL head coach for a little more than half a season. Columbus knocked off the Lightning last year, but that was with Artemi Panarin, Matt Duchene, and Sergei Bobrovsky. How good are the Blue Jackets at full health now? No one really knows. Coach Tortorella led an injury-riddled Columbus team through an 11 1-1 stretch from early January into February. The Blue Jackets then lost 9 of their next 15. Toronto is facing a team that isn't the Bruins or the Capitals in the first round and is a welcome change. One of Toronto's biggest challenges will be getting past the Blue Jackets and their swarming forecheck, which doomed the Lightning last season. If the Leafs do that, they're in good shape to go on a run. During the year, the Leafs have on occasion risen to the challenge to play an effective all-round game with limited opposition scoring chances while generating sufficient offense. The Leafs need to make such a commitment against Columbus. Toronto's maligned defense won't receive any makeovers, but it will be healthy. Frederik Andersen has enough rest to stave off workload concerns. The remaining portion falls on the Leafs' star-studded offense, which ranged from disjointed to dynamic during the regular season. Matthews, Tavares, Marner, and company are as good as any offense in the league. Columbus will have to plug and grind away to generate offense, while the Leafs have an ample supply of game breakers. Tavares and Matthews are natural pure goal scorers in the prime of their careers. This matchup is going to be won by whichever team can dictate the style of play. Toronto wants to play a high-paced game, while Columbus will want just the opposite. The Leafs had more offensive zone possession time per game than any other team in the NHL, nearly 7 minutes at 5-on-5 with the puck squarely in their possession. The territorial battle is going to be a key. A lot has been made of how the Blue Jackets are just like the Bruins and therefore pose a very unfavorable matchup for Toronto. However, the Blue Jackets lack the offensive skill of Boston. Bergeron, Pasternak, and Marchand are one of the best lines in recent memory, and Columbus has nothing close to match this fact, and the Blue Jackets' power play is subpar. Columbus really only has one way of winning, while Boston had a much more adaptable style. My prediction is for the Toronto Maple Leafs to win this series in 4 games. Who do you think will win this series, and why? Please share your comments and predictions. Thanks for listening, and subscribe to C Sports. Have a great day.